Welcome to episode 34 of Reimer on the Road. I am Scott, that is Ann, and this is not Allie. So we are not at Allie. Where are we at, Ann?
We are in the Kempton Hotel.
Okay.
In Sacramento, California.
Yep, we are in the final stages of preparing for our halftime and getting back home for the Christmas holidays. We'll conclude with our last little bit of the trip before we get home in episode 35, which is our next episode. So it's kind of anticlimactic, but where are we going next?
We are going home to South Carolina.
I know, and you're excited about that. I'm
Yes.
excited about that. We have not been to our home since June the 12th, although you had a little interim where you moved Megan back from Kansas City, but you didn't go back home.
I didn't go back home. Went to North Carolina, so I was close, and I got to see some people, but now we're actually going home.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that, and hopefully everything's going to go well with Leo. You'll see a little preview of that here in episode 34, and then we'll wrap it up in episode 35. But episode 34 is all about Clear Lake, California, as we decompressed from Thanksgiving with the Cobbs and the Redwoods. So we got a little bit of Northern California. It's episode 34 of Reimer on the Road. Roll the tape. All right, it has been so wet since we arrived, really going back to Washington State and North Cascades, all the way through Olympic National Park and down through Oregon. Even when it wasn't raining, it was just damp. And so now that we're here in Redwood Valley, we're taking the opportunity to extend and dry out a lot of stuff, but extend the awnings for the first time in a while, just so they don't have any buildup on it, such as mildew or otherwise. I've also been pulling things out of the rig and letting them dry out a little bit. It was just a situation where if it rained and anything got wet, it just never had the opportunity to dry. When we were a little bit further north on the Pacific Northwest. So this has been a nice change of pace in terms of dry and sunny and very little wind that has allowed us to kind of get dried out in a couple of areas, but certainly the awnings, which they needed to get out because it had been a while since we had them extended. All right, so when you think of California, you think of sunsets, but you don't necessarily think of it when you're inland. But man, we've had a couple of buttes, and you were kind of complaining about this one a minute ago, and then you had to come back out.
Well, me not complaining. It was still pretty. It just wasn't as colorful as it was 2 nights ago when we first arrived. And then I looked up again, and it's gotten colorful.
Yes, it has.
And very pretty.
Yeah, and then we've got, I don't know if it'll show up here through the trees. We've got the moon coming up on this side, and even the colors on the other side of the lake. This is Clear Lake here, are pretty. So this is if you're a sunset person and you're not on the coast, and there's our rig. Nobody right now beside us. We have this whole, I don't know, lakefront, I guess is what they call this part of the RV park. We have it all to ourselves, and so we get the sunsets all to ourselves. Not so bad.
You see the sun rise from over there in the morning. So you actually get sunrise and sunset.
All right, good morning from Upper Lake, California. It's 7 a.m. and I wanted to give you a quick look at what we wake up to every morning in this campsite. It's just simply amazing. Okay, there's Allie, and this is kind of our back area of our campsite here, and of course this is Clear Lake in front of us. But check out this sunrise. I mean, Wow. Just beautiful, peaceful. This is one of those campsites that, you know, you don't really need to go anywhere. You don't need to leave and go ride around to go see things. You can just look out the window of your rig and see God's beauty. So just loving this. All right, you want a selfie, so we need to get a selfie, right?
Get a selfie.
All right, let's do it. All right, fire starter. It's a cheater's way of getting a fire going quickly. And I must say, including the kindling, I am a very big advocate of whatever makes it get lit quick, because I don't like messing with it. Good kindling, that's key. No matter how good the wood is, a little kindling to get it going is always, I vote for that always. Who needs matches when you've got one of these things that just butanes and blows it up? Basically, gets it going and gets it going quick. No matches. We're going to keep this thing simple. We're going to keep it quick. Except when this runs out. But never fear. Okay, not as powerful as the butane, but this will get the job done nonetheless. Starting with a small piece of wood or a smaller piece of wood. Let it get going good first, and then I'll add some of the bigger pieces in. I say hopefully it gets going good, and then I will add the bigger pieces. Hard to beat a nice fire in the sunset and a lake. Almost perfection. There's Allie up there, and inside of Allie preparing a little dinner. Sun has set. Steaks on the Blackstone. Serene lake in front of us. Man, oh man, oh man. It don't get much better than this. It's a beached whale. Yep, so still alive. His fin's still moving.
For rest and regulate their body, while open cells will remain on.
Okay, so he's okay.
Yeah.
He's just chillaxing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, and it's what now? Okay, northern elephant seal. He's definitely alive.
Yeah,
He's moving around.
He was just scratching. He would look like he was scratching his belly.
How about that? Point Reyes National Seashore, man, you can tell why. It's a special place, no doubt. Just beautiful, peaceful, not a whole lot of crowds this time of year, so this has been a nice surprise. All right, what are we doing today?
We are heading into San Francisco.
Okay, we meaning me and you?
Yeah.
What about this guy?
Well, he's going to San Francisco too, but he's going to a rover, a person in her home who is going to watch him today.
And it's a pretty important day because this is the same person that is going to watch him over Christmas.
That's right, while we go back to South Carolina. So he's going to stay here. We kind of debated, it's like either you fly him home, which he's too big to be with us, so he would have to be in the undercarriage, and that was kind of a no-go. And so this was our dilemma when we decided to bring him with us. This was my biggest concern, was when we went home. Didn't want to fly him, didn't want to board him, per se, in a boarding facility. So I hope I have found the best of both worlds, where he's going to be actually in someone's home, doesn't have another dog, she's got her own backyard, so that he'll actually be staying with a family versus flying home with us in an airplane.
But he gets a little...
He gets a little anxious when we leave him, so I'm hoping, I feel like as he's gotten older, don't we all kind of start getting set in our ways, and I think he's no different. So I'm hoping his anxiousness is minimal, and that he has a good time today. And over the holidays.
Well, if it doesn't go well today, we've got a problem.
Yeah, we do.
Well,
that's right.
Let's give it a try.
Yep.
All right. You ready, buddy? All right, let's see what the results. She's still smiling, so that's good. And hopefully he's still smiling. Come on up here, buddy. Hey, what have you been doing?
Here. Oh, he's very happy.
Oh, that's good
He
news.
just kept his little toy there.
Okay.
Ate his food. There you go, buddy. Oh my gracious. Yeah.
He's thirsty.
All right, so Scott's doing a little work today. He's fixing our backup camera that messed up on us. We had to get a new one, so he's putting the new one on. So he did a little pulling over, and Amy Reimer's gonna need to understand. Good thing you got us the ones that don't break. So much for safety first. He ran right over it.
All right, wrapping up our stay here at the North San Francisco Petaluma. I said that right, Petaluma, KOA. Very good location. It was easy to get to Point Reyes and back from here and the coast, and we dipped down to the Golden Gate recreation area very easily right here off the 101. Huge campground. I mean, it's massive. Lots of campsites, lots of little tiny home cabins, and yeah, just a very impressive size of a campsite. It's one of the biggest ones we've stayed at, quite frankly, and a good amount of people in and out of here, which is neat, because it's been a few times, as you've seen recently, where we haven't had a whole lot of people around us. So we actually have a alliance behind us here, a Paradigm. Came in yesterday. So we're wrapping up, we're packing up, and we're getting out. We're headed just less than an hour, about an hour or so away, to Napa Valley area, where we will have our final camp stop before heading back to the upstate of South Carolina. Let's go. All right, there you go. Episode 34 is in the books. Let's start with the Clear Lake area of California, which I thought was a great next stop after a very busy weekend and week with Thanksgiving and the cops coming in. It was very relaxing.
Yeah, it was super relaxing, and I think it ended up being one of my favorite spots that we've had so far. Now, if we had been there in the summer and it was packed, I probably wouldn't have liked it as much. But the fact that after the first night we were the only ones in that lakefront area, it was perfect. It was quiet. We could just, like you said, decompress. We could just catch our breath, and just enjoy the scenery a little bit. And what scenery we had there. I mean, you saw the lakes, the sunsets, the sunrises, the white pelicans, all the seabirds. It was a great reset.
And it was dry, which you saw in the video, which was great, because it was to get the sun back in our face. It had been a while in the Pacific Northwest since we've had warm sun hit your face, so that was kind of nice as well. Then we moved down the coast a little bit and enjoyed a little bit of the Sonoma area, and really that's kind of getting broken up here in episode 34. You saw a little bit of that, but also some more is coming in episode 35 in the wine country of Napa.
That's right.
But in this episode, of course, we went to Point Reyes, which I thought was beautiful, and the lighthouse area was awesome. And then we got to see the Golden Gate Bridge. I've seen it before, but you haven't, so that's pretty cool.
So it was cool. So we got to see it from the overlook. It's as impressive as I thought it would be.
And the good news is, at least on the one day trial run with Leo and Rover, it seemed to go pretty well, which leads us to believe and hope that when we drop him off in episode 34 for the 3 weeks away while we go home, that it'll all work out.
That's our hopes. Yeah. So no, he kind of walked away from us like he didn't miss us at all. He was excited when we returned, but he had a great time.
So there you go. Episode 34 is in the books. When you see us next, we will be home, but we will wrap up our Northern California and first half experience on this tour with a great tour through the wine country of Napa and Sonoma. We had a great time doing that. Can't wait to share that. And then also our travels back home. All of that will be wrapped into episode 35. Stay tuned for that coming up in about a week or so. So with that, Reimer on the Road on Instagram.
Yep, check us out.
Don't forget, everybody, whether it's Christmas season or Happy Hanukkah or whatever it is that you celebrate, do it today.